Good evening, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, come on in. Come on in. Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. Thank you for joining me on this evening. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Welcome. Thank you for joining me on this evening for Wisdom Wednesday. I hope you guys have had or are having a good week thus far. Hope that you have been doing the best that you can during this part of the season. This is a season where a lot of people may go through some depression due to the holidays, loved ones not being here, not being able to maybe do some of the things that they want to do for individuals because of finances. You have a lot of individuals who are still furloughed at this time. So many people are going through different things. And so that's why I say my hope is that you're doing the best that you can. Keeping in mind that things can change at the blink of an eye, keeping in mind that it won't always be like it is, keeping in mind that prayer changes things, keeping in mind that you have to begin to pray more, fast more, try to keep your mindset in a positive space. Seek help if you need it. There are a lot of people that are battling in their minds. I did a nugget today and alive in the people, like your thoughts. We got to pay attention to our thoughts. We got to pay attention to our thoughts. We got to pay attention to our thoughts. We got to be concerned about our thoughts. We got to be more mindful of what we're thinking about. We got to be more mindful of what we're putting our minds to. And it can be so easy to be bogged down in our minds because of the circumstances, the different things that may be going on. Hello and welcome to you, those of you that are popping on that will come for the replay. Thank you for joining me this week or tonight for this week's Wisdom Wednesday. But yeah, so we got to make sure that our mind is in the space and our thoughts are in the space that so it can produce healthy talks, healthy thoughts, healthy actions. And it's difficult. Every day someone is dying. Every day different. I don't care if people are if they have money. It does not matter. Money can't buy love. Money can't buy happiness. Money. Listen, the people with money, they're dying too, and they can't take the money with them. People with money, they're going through mental anguish too. You understand what I'm saying? They're committing crimes too. They're doing things because of their minds, because of circumstances. So make sure if you have to talk to someone, make sure you reach out. Make sure you do the things that you need to do so that you can remain healthy and in your right mind. You are not alone. You are not alone. People we go through things differently. Don't let your situations or your problems overtake you, that it will cause you to do things that you wouldn't do if you was in your right mind. Just know you're not alone. And although that's not the topic for tonight, I wanted to expound on that because many people are going through a lot of things. They may be smiling, but behind closed doors, they're going through. They're having those suicidal ideations. They're being sexually promiscuous. They're turning to drugs and alcohol and all those other things, trying to run away from the pain, running away from the hurt, trying to avoid what needs to be faced. And you cannot face some of these things alone. And also having to remember that there's children that's watching. So sometimes you got these parents that's going through, mothers or fathers or both, they're going through. And when they're going through and they're having a mental anguish, when they call it in, then they're killing their children too, because they don't want to leave them with no one to raise them. Like, this stuff is real. Like, it's real. And so no one has told you you matter. No one has told you you're loved. No one has told you I'm here. There are people that are there here to help you. All you have to do is reach out, even if it's with a stranger, because sometimes people have found a hard time of being open and trying to seek help from people that they know. And sometimes that's a good thing, because familiarity can sometimes keep you stumbled. So familiarity can keep you stunned. Familiarity can do harmful things more than good at times. So you have to be wise with disclosing what you're going through too, because you don't need no water filter. You don't need no water hose. Someone that gets the information and then they go water and then telling everybody else. You need a safe space. Okay. But briefly, what I want to talk about tonight, because it's been a lot of different things going on in the lives of people when I'm talking to people and coaching people and mentoring or whatever capacity that I'm doing. It's a lot. And I'm finding out more and more, and even with personal things that I have been through, that you have to limit your access. It's important that you limit your access. Everyone does not deserve your access. They do not deserve to be in your sphere. You got to be careful of who you are allowing to have access to you. Some people are abusing access. Some people have wrong motives for your access. Sometimes people want to get close to you so that they can find information out, so that they can go and talk, and so they can go and do, or so they can even become you. You have to be careful of what you share with individuals. And sometimes, we say that information, we say those things, and you really think that the individual maybe say, oh, I've known this individual for so many times, oh, this and that and the other, whether it is a believer in the kingdom or not. You have so many people walking around in sheep's clothing, and they are straight up wolves, messy ones at that. You have some individuals, they love mess. They carry on. They are backstabbers. They are liars. They'll go around talking about this person, that person, this, that, and the other, because of something that they may not have that the other individuals have. And then as soon as they are able to get in a position or be able to network or be able to whatever the case may be, and then the tables change. Okay. You got to be mindful. So many people are being hurt. They're being disappointed. They feeling some type of way. They're being pain. But just because, you got to be careful. And some people they're portraying they betray stuff that they're not. And it's only when and I've said this over the years, I've made posts, I've made lives. It's only when you'll find out when you've been stabbed is when you become the common denominator. And then you have a lot of people that are just followers. So if you're in a group, or you have individuals, and that some people had access, and then you realize after a while something has happened, whatever the case may be, and you become the common denominator, or things have been said, this, that, and the other. Then with you being a common denominator, others will take suit. Okay, they'll begin to do like the other individual may be doing because of. You got to be careful. You also got to be careful because of this. I'm a type of person that everybody that know me or know of me, they know I'm a loyal person, right? But once I'm crossed, once something ain't, and I don't have a lot of people that I am around. I've always been that way. So that's why I don't have a lot of people that's accessible to me for a reason. I have A's, B's, and C's. Okay. My A group it ain't even no group. And it's for a reason. Let me tell you, experience or it will teach you something. Wisdom will teach you something. So many of you want to be around, want to be this, and all these people around you to follow you just because no, because sometimes people, they're fickle. And so many of you now are going through, or in the past have been going through, you're going through the hurt, whether it's family members, a relationship, or whatever, a friendship, somebody on your job, because you put your trust and your eggs in in the wrong people. And sometimes people try to turn it around and try to say it's this and say it's that. Oh, this person, this, that, and the other. You better be mindful. Let me listen. Don't tell people a lot of your business if you don't want it to be spread. Once you start seeing, that's why I don't believe in, you have friends, you got about 3 or 4 friends, and you telling everything to everybody, and then when stuff get out or they go telling them, you don't know who told what, because you telling everybody. You see what I'm saying? Friends, co-workers, whatever. Sometimes you talk too much. You tell too many things. You say too many things that you should not, and you don't vet people. I don't mind people assuming stuff and thinking this or saying that, or the assumptions, but I one thing for certain and 2 things for sure. When it comes to personal things and real close, I can count on 2 fingers when it comes to individuals that are so close. And if anything was to ever come, I would know where to go. Some of you trust, oh, that's the past. Oh, they got all these titles and different things. Let me tell you, you got some people that love to run their mouths, right? That they love to talk about everybody else's business. And they need to be talking about their own, and need to be cleaning up around their own front porch, and need to be tending to their own business. But they utilize and talk about stuff and people in the spirit of holiness and all. No, that ain't holiness. That's messiness. That's messiness, and it's real bad. And I hate to say it, but I'm telling the truth. It's in the Bible. It's real bad when it comes to people that's religious, spiritual, in the kingdom. Talk too much. Because some of you talk about each other, then you want to be to talk. It don't know. That's why I continue to say saved and see the delivered. And so I won't have to go through those things. And so I can stay in character. Because you got to be careful. You got to be careful. And you will know. That's why discernment is important. God will show you. You would hear, he would show you, he would tell you some things that may be discussed and talked about while you're not around. He will. But when he say move, move. When he say close that door, close that door. When he say limit access, that's what you, because he's telling you to protect you. But sometimes we can be so stubborn and oblivious to what he's really trying to tell us because of history, because of this, because of that. No. And whatever is going along with them, they, whatever, let them all go for your peace. It's too much of that stuff that's going on. Everybody can't be trustworthy. And if you know that you're an individual that you say you're pain and you're going through and you hurt, however, but you ain't think about what you was doing to people, how you were running people down, lying on people, carrying stories around, and then when it happens to you, you feeling some type of way, go back to recall what you were doing to other people. See, one thing about it is we might not ever see when God handles our battles, but allow him to do it. But we got to be careful of what we have done or do to people, and then try to justify some things sometimes because of spiritual stuff. No, it's not right. It's not. I always say, and listen, I always say, loyalty is a big thing to me when it comes to people. But you got to be careful of who you sharing stuff with. Everybody can't carry your load. Everybody can't help you carry your load. And some people can they just messy. So if you're allowing access that should be unauthorized, because God told you, you need to go back and check those verifications so that you can limit your access. It's nothing wrong with fellowshipping. It's nothing wrong with, being, talking, loving you loving people, this, that, and the other. But when it comes to people having a lot of access to you, you have to limit that. Because sometimes people, they overstep their boundaries. They think because they know you this and that, and they start, inboxing and ringing on your Facebook. And I don't like that. Especially if we don't talk and stuff like that. Message me first. Don't be calling me on my Facebook video thing. Not unless can I talk to you? Is there any way you have a time? Just be ringing my phone, thing, because first of all, I don't be like answering them things. I don't even like FaceTime and stuff like that, unless it's my family and close individuals. But that FaceTime, that video call stuff, and you just video calling me like, you have to limit. That's why for years I've had my access except for favorites on do not disturb. I've been doing that. See, some people, they doing that stuff now. I've been doing that for years. Because once you start opening up your access to this, that, and the other, it starts to be convoluted and overwhelming. And people, you got to have boundaries. You have to have boundaries. I have boundaries. Unapologetically, I have them. Right? Unapologetically. Because once upon a time, years ago, every time people it'd be called this, it's a need, it's a need, it's a need. It's can you get, it was never well, how are you? Or this, that, and the other. It was always trying to have access because of something to get from me. That stuff can wear you out. So you have to put a boundary, and you have to learn it out to say no. I love it. No. Because for sometimes people don't think that you have nothing going on. I have stuff going on. I work, I have children, I have business. I got stuff. I got stuff. And so, and it's only me. So you're not going to pull me from here, there, everywhere. And I ain't got to be on every scene. I ain't got to be on every scene. Fly. I do a lot of my best work behind closed doors. because people will take advantage of access if you give it to them. I don't have to be in the front. I don't have to be around in circles, this, that, and the other. You go back for years, I've been saying the same stuff because that's never been me. Well, I know exactly who I am and what lane I belong in, but I won't be used. And you won't have unlimited access to me, right? I encourage you, set boundaries, limit your access. And if they not for you, you got to get them on out of there. Bro, sis, get them on out. Whatever you got to do, friend, foe, whatever, church member, people that you friend, listen, no hard feelings, but no, this ain't working. No, you run your mouth too much. You don't have I can't. You in too much drama. Every time I turn around, your name, or you gossiping all the time. That's all you do is gossip and talk about somebody. Is there anything? Yeah, let's talk about building. Let's talk about work. Let's talk about, and let's not always talk about you. How can you help me? Because it should be reciprocated. If you in these places and connected to the people at the job, and the only person that's going somewhere is your friend and all of it, this, that, and other, and they not trying to help you, pull you, this, that, and other, you shouldn't be the same person doing the same thing that you were doing. Ain't going nowhere. A lot of talk, a lot of gapping, and that's all. It shouldn't be. Change, transformation has to come, but it can only come if you make sure you limit your access when you need to have unauthorized access, and you set your mind to the things that you want to change. It's important that you limit your access. Have those hard conversations if you have to. It's okay. Because, baby, if you're in the same place with the same people you was last year, and you're doing the same thing, or things have been taken away, or you ain't shifting and you ain't growing. I ain't talking about what look good and sound good. I ain't talking about being on no flyer and getting, a certificate, and then you still going behind closed doors and you still sad, depressed, this, that, and the other. Because on the outside is one thing, but on the inside, you are broken. You are broken. And everything else you're doing is for the people to see. But you ain't fixing nothing else within yourself. You need to limit your access, and you need to get around individuals that you can grow, not stuff that's going to make you feel good. People that's going to say things that make you feel good, but you need to be around people that's going to help you change, not do the change for you, not being an enabler, but to assist you on your journey of change. So this is the time where you evaluate who needs to stay and who needs to go. Period, point blank. Because if you're doing the same thing the same way and getting the same results, it ain't them, baby. It's you. It's you. Well, I hope I said something on this Wisdom Wednesday that has called you to think a little louder, think a little clearer, and with intentionality. Because guess what? Time is going to go on. We've wasted so much time. And we can't get it back. But going forward, it's only you that can change what's going on now so it won't continue to go on in the future. Okay? Be encouraged. Have a great rest of the week. Know that you're being prayed for. Know that you're loved. Seek help if you need to. But I encourage you to limit your access. See you next time on Wisdom Wednesday.